So here's an update on Jerry. they they found a tumor in her lower intestine, and we're gonna. They had we tried to. They found that it's been growing in the lower intestine, and went to the doctor, and they said, "Oh, you could probably operate." They did an ultrasound, and they found it, and it's been growing, and they did a they scraped a little bit out, and it's inconclusive. They don't really know. It could be not. They looked at the lymph nodes, and in the lymph nodes it wasn't really there, but they don't know. So really, they don't really know if it's cancer or not. But then I went to the specialist. I got referred to a specialist, and that was today. And they said it probably is, with their experience. So I asked them, can you do like, can you take it, can you like shrink it and stuff like that without being, uh, you know, invasive? That's the whole thing, because what they said was you can, what the best approach is to cut it out. So they have a section. So what they'll do is uh, the lower intestine, they'll just cut the tumor out and then join the lower intestine back together again. And only then can you really test the tumor to see if it's cancerous. And then obviously that's the next step, would be to do chemo or radiation therapy. You could scrape it again and take a little bit more out and do another test, and if that shows a particular type of cancer, then you could do a particular type of chemo to shrink it. Now that would be better. So because the idea is not to do the least, you don't want to operate. So that's one way of not operating, is to do that. But she said the chances of it being um, the chances of doing that and finding that you can't tell if it's cancer anyway, because you're doing the same test. You're taking it out a bit, and the idea is really to really test it, is to take the whole bloody thing out, and then and that way it's better to know what the hell it is. But either way, it's got to come out, because it's obstructing her lower intestine. So what happens is, what I've been doing is I've been feeding her a little bit every 4 hours, so it doesn't build up. The food doesn't build up in her stomach too much, because what's happening is she's just throwing up the food. Now she's been good for 2 weeks. She hasn't thrown up that much, although last night she did. So and she was 8.5 kilograms. Now she's 8. So I don't know why she's losing weight, when all the last week and a half she's been eating and not throwing up. So, but really you got to cut it out, because if you don't cut it out, it's just going to keep growing. And because what happens, the food goes in the stomach, and only a little bits are going into the intestine and then pooing out. So whatever's left in the stomach, because of this bloody blockage, the tumor, it stays in the stomach, and the stomach says, well, what are you doing? Come out the other way then. And that's why she froze up, I guess. Anyway, the doctor said the risks are, what happens is, they reckon the operation's not no, they do a fair bit of them. So I'm happy there with the operation. It's just that after the operation, whether when they put when they re-sew the intestine back together again, whether the whether the stitches, whether it heals within the first couple of days. Because if it doesn't heal in the first couple of days, then there's a thing called septus, where the fluids from the intestine and the stomach seep out of it into the abdomen, and they call that a septus, and that's dangerous because that's like, so she has to stay in hospital for like 2 days after, just in case that doesn't happen. But it could even happen after if this. And so what happens then? That's very dangerous, because then you go back. You have to go back quickly, and they have to do another operation and cut it again, and try again the whole bloody thing. But then now she's got septus on top of an operation that just happened, and now you got to do another bloody operation, and that's not many dogs that survive. So, and then he said the anesthetic can be dangerous as well. Anesthesia, when you put them under, that's another danger. But I reckon I've got a feeling like that Jerry's still strong, even though she's 10, nearly 11. She's quite strong, Jerry? Hmm? Yeah. She's strong. She's strong because you've seen all the videos. You wouldn't know she was a 10-year-old, and and they're only cutting out that little bit. So if she just survives that, and hopefully it's benign, even better, then there's no cancer hiding in the blood or in the lymph nodes. They're going to cut the lymph nodes out as well. There's one next to it. He said he'll take that one out as well. Anyway, you got to be strong. Yes. What's the matter, Mama? What's the matter, Bubby? Yes, you're a strong girl. Anyway, so whatever happens, they're the best anyway. They're called SASH, Small Animal Hospital, and they're quite famous, like, for being the best of the best of the best. So, and I met the surgeon, and his name was Jack, and the doctor was called Lucy, and so. Jerry, you got a sore tum. You got a sore tummy. Yes, I know. Well, I got a good feeling, and my sister says she's got a good feeling too. So, because Jerry, she's all right. She walks. We do everything together. Like, there's no, only the vomiting, but she eats. She's starving all the time. Like, she's always eating. It's not like. Anyway, there's only so much you can do, but this is a good fighting chance, I reckon, because it's not like full blown, and they didn't find anything in the lymph nodes, and even if a little bit got out and is dormant somewhere, floating around in her blood, and that you can still do chemo and stuff. Hey, Jerry. And so I reckon we've got a good chance of getting through this. Jerry, You want to go for a walk? You take a photo? We go for a photo walk? Anyway, that shit happens. Oi, you say hello to everyone. Everyone on the TV, they all want to make you better, Jerry. Everyone on the TV, making you better, Jerry. Everyone. Everyone on the TV, he wishes you better. Anyway, thanks. I'll keep you updated. I know there's a few people out there who follow Jerry and the channel just to have a little bit of a laugh every weekend with Jerry and me. And this is something that we'll get over. Hey, Jerry? Yes, we'll get over it and we'll go for more photo walks. Yeah, so we'll go for more photo walks when Jerry gets better. So I'll keep you all updated. Hey you, hey you little one. Why you little girl?